This is Kevin Mayo, and today we're drinking Sixpoint High Res. Just did a local review with a guy that's only like 2 miles away from me. Today we're going to go to Brooklyn, New York and try one of their beers. Love Sixpoint. They make some great beers, some of my favorite beers of all time over the years. I had this beer, I think it was 2 years ago. I had it in a restaurant, was not a huge fan of it. And then I learned like a year ago that it was a new recipe and never got around to trying it. Because I didn't really like it that much, I didn't bother reviewing it, so I finally got around to getting a can to go ahead and review it. It is a triple IPA, it's about 11% alcohol. Once our eyes were opened to the potential of the hop cone, we couldn't be stopped. With laser focus, we magnified the hop factor and pushed the boundaries of flavor, aroma, and the perception itself to create high res. It's mad science. There is a little date on the bottom of it. It's Best by the 12th of July, 2016. I'm guessing that this was probably canned on January 12th. This is now the end of December. It's actually Leap Day. Today is Leap Day. Happy Leap Beer. So let's give it a crack and see what we got. Using a sniff to just kind of concentrate the aroma and the fact that I haven't got around to buying an IPA glass yet. Looks like we got quite a bit of action going on here, quite a bit of carbonation on it. So it's a nice dark orange. Actually not a lot of bubble streaming through it, but we still got that massive 3 fingers of head. And we would call it just slightly off-white head. And are we getting any alcohol lacing? Looks like we're probably getting a little bit on it. So it is a 12-ounce can. It is, like I said, 11% ABV. Or actually, 10.5% ABV. I read 11% somewhere. 115 IBUs. So let's do the aroma. Got some dank citrus, grapefruit, a little bit, a hint of pine. So, not overly aromatic, even though they're talking about this was wet hopped and you need to drink it early. I didn't get the massive aroma of the citrus in that. It's there, but it's not going crazy. Yeah, so grapefruit, pine, maybe a hint of pineapple. So, well, let's give it a try. Really bitter. Really bitter. Oh boy, that 115 rolls in there. I mean, really kick your ass bitter. You get some sharp, fizzy resonance up front. You know, it's got a sharp taste to it. Then you get a little bit of just some hint of some grain, some malt, some bready cracker. Bready cracker. Then some of the grapefruit. Almost like a bitter, like the grapefruit rind, real bitter. Maybe just a hint of the grass. And like I said, it just builds into a wall of bitter at the back end. Not a beer from the faint of heart. If you're new to craft beer, don't start with one of these. I'm trying to think of what's similar to it. You know, maybe the Hop Stupid, though I think this is slightly different than that one. That one seemed to have more citrus. This is really rather subdued on the citrus end of it. It's actually a fairly well balanced beer considering how bitter it finishes up. And it's actually more malt forward than you'd ever expect when listening to me talk about how bitter it is. The malt is there at the front end, and then the bitter just kind of builds at the back end. Not as aromatic as I expected, and the flavors, the real deep flavors are subdued. I wonder if I might have it a little too cold. I would say it's a really good beer. I don't know if it tips over into the great territory. I think we're going to give this a B. I'm just trying to decide if I want to go B plus on it. So I think I'm going to waffle, not going to make a decision, and I think I'll split the difference, and we'll say it's an 87 out of 100. Till next time, keep drinking.